Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to begin. The academic procession will enter in the middle aisle. Please stand and remain standing until the Vice-Chancellor is seated on stage after the playing of the National Anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Leanne King and I am the Academic Coordinator of Yalbalinga, the Indigenous Higher Education Unit in New South Wales. Privileged to acknowledge country, people past and present. I pay my respects to all Aboriginal peoples in attendance today. In continuing ACU's commitment to reconciliation, we recognise that we are gathered on traditional lands of the Guringai people. I acknowledge and pay respects to the traditional custodians of the land, past and present, on which this ceremony is held. For thousands of generations, the Aboriginal people have cared for this land, and at ACU, we respect and honour their custodianship. We acknowledge and pay our respects to the traditional owners and thank them for their continued hospitality. We also acknowledge Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander elders and community that are gathered here today and thank them for their wisdom and guidance. I acknowledge the Darug and the Guringai country and the traditional custodians past and present on which Mount St Mary's and the MacKillop campuses stand. As we share our own knowledge, teaching and learning and research practices within this university, may we also pay respect to the knowledge embedded forever within the Aboriginal custodianship of country. And as from me and my heart, I'd like to congratulate the graduates and their families for being here and supporting them through their journey. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Australian Catholic University's 2014 graduation ceremony for the Faculty of Arts and Education. My apologies, the Faculty of Education and Arts. On behalf of the University, I extend a special welcome to our invited guests and colleagues from the University Senate and New South Wales chapter, many community agencies, employing authorities, research partners, congregational leaders, and elected representatives. Welcome also to Ian McRitchie, who will receive an honorary doctorate at tonight's ceremony and who will present the occasional address at this evening's ceremony. We welcome also, Ian, your family and colleagues who are here to celebrate this very special occasion. And finally, a very special welcome to you, our graduates, and your family and friends. Along with the staff of Australian Catholic University, you have gathered here today to share in this very special ceremony, one that recognises your significant commitment to your studies and acknowledges your outstanding achievements. To each one of you gathered here this evening to share in this important milestone for our graduates, welcome. We are very glad that you are here on this very memorable evening.
I now ask Professor Hillel to read the citation for the candidate for an honorary degree.
Ian McRitchie has a strong belief in contributing good works to the community. The key influences in his childhood were his family, education and equity, and his teachers at St David's College, Johannesburg, run by the Maris brothers. In the 1980s, Ian's family organised coaching for black children to give them access to school opportunities apartheid policies denied them. After school, he did his compulsory national service, was commissioned and rose to the rank of captain in a crack infantry regiment where, Ian said, he learned a great deal about leadership, organisation and human nature. These skills he's brought with him to the organisations he's run. Ian was headhunted in 1985 to come to Sydney from London, where he'd been the director of a financial planning company. Before long, he'd established his own company, IMR Financial Advisors, which gave him the springboard he'd needed for his philanthropic ambitions. Ian's first project was supporting Sister Anne Kelly, whom the family met when their daughter attended Loreto Kirribilli. Sister Anne had started an affirmative girls' school in Adjumani in Uganda. She wanted to encourage African women not to get married at age 14, but to finish high school and even go on to university and be empowered through education. The project was so successful that the United Nations took over and started to replicate the model. Sister Anne moved to Timor-Leste, where she held concerns about the difficulties faced by those struggling to build a new nation in the newly independent country. An acute lack of education meant that 60% of the women and 44% of the men were illiterate, and all of the teachers had no formal training. Ian's strong sense of justice and can-do attitude leapt into action, and he formed a steering group of business friends to provide basic but meaningful education for Timorese children. The resulting Emerge Foundation started raising money for young Timorese to study at the ICFP Bacau Teachers College and Australian Catholic University in 2008. In 6 years, more than 200 students have received scholarships and more than 400 teachers have graduated with a Bachelor of Teaching degree and are working in the education system in Timor-Leste. 11 of the staff have earned master's degrees in education or educational leadership, and a further 8 are currently working towards their master's degree. The Emerge Foundation has expanded its focus to support Professor Jude Butcher's health initiatives, developing the Barefoot Nurses Program and the Future in Youth program. The first combines the skills and resources of the medical services sector and the government to address the needs of the local population. Future in Youth provides opportunities for the youth of Bacau who have little meaningful avenue of engagement for their energies. 2 annual fundraising events tap into the financial services community's desire to provide monetary support. Ian attributes the success of the programs to the generosity, spirit of teamwork and support of his wife Marion, the trustees and committee of the foundation who all volunteer their time, and also to the corporate supporters who have contributed so generously to the Emerge Foundation. Vice-Chancellor, I request that you bestow on Ian McRitchie the highest honour of Australian Catholic University, Doctor of the University honoris causa, in recognition of his contribution to Timor-Leste by inspiring his friends, associates and the financial planning industry to contribute and directly involve themselves in his vision of empowerment through facilitating the education, health and well-being of future leaders of that community.
By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor by the University of the Senate, I now admit Ian McRitchie to the degree of Doctor of the University honoris causa.
Vice-Chancellor, Professor Greg Craven, Presenting Officer, Professor Margaret Hillil, members of the Senate of the Australian Catholic University, Chief Operating Officer and Deputy Vice-Chancellor Administration, Dr. Stephen Weller, Associate Vice-Chancellor Sydney, Professor Maria Nicholson. Thank you so much for inviting me here to speak today. In Africa, when there is a meeting, which is called an indaba, they ask the Mkeshla. The Mkeshla is the man with the grey hair, because they believe that grey hair means you have wisdom. I'm not sure about the wisdom, but I certainly have lots of grey hair. So for the next 10 minutes, I'd like to be your Mkeshla. Congratulations to all of you today. What a wonderful milestone to be graduating. Tonight is a time of joy and celebration for your family, because if they did not have a financial investment in your studies, they certainly had an emotional investment in it. And to the postgraduate students, well done. Doing a postgraduate degree requires many sacrifices of personal and family time, and you are, as are the graduates, a testament to tenacity, hard work, and determination. Today you become the alumni of a world-class, internationally recognized university. And what I admire about your university, it is a university with a large heart. It has concern for justice for all. It cares for the society in which we live by responding to the disadvantaged and the displaced in our world, and gives them hope for a better life. The projects, including the capacity building in Timor, for which the Emerge Foundation is involved in, Cambodia, and many other wonderful projects in Australia in the areas of Aboriginal welfare and things such as Clemente. If I may borrow from the Jesuits, Vice-Chancellor, you and your staff are truly women and men for others. I want to share with you why I believe the future is so bright for you. As future leaders, you can make the world a better place. I'm envious of you starting out, as I see so many wonderful, exciting opportunities. When I had my first graduation in South Africa at the University of the Witwatersrand, life was very different. The world was divided between the good guys and the bad guys. The good guys were the capitalists and the bad guys were the communists. And the sword of Damocles that was hanging over us, over the world at that time, was the imminent danger of a nuclear holocaust. And the Arab states had quadrupled the price of petrol and caused very severe dislocation to the world economies. Inflation was rampant, and the world had a period of sustained stagflation. The world was a mess. Some may say nothing has changed. To the graduating class of 2014, the opportunities for the future are excellent. You live in the best country in the world, and Australia, despite some of the setbacks in manufacturing, still has a strong economy. And on our doorstep is Asia Pacific, a region once viewed as platforms of cheap labor, but with growth rates of between 6 and 10%, there is a vibrant middle class emerging. Of the G20 countries which control 80% of the world's wealth, many of those members are located in this region: Australia, China, India, South Korea, Japan, and Indonesia, and we can all participate in that growth. When we consider that the Western world experienced 2% real growth from the time of the Industrial Revolution, and it delivered a very high standard of living, education, and medical care, what we're seeing are incredible, almost revolutionary growth rates in this area. China and India were the two largest economies in the year 1000 AD and will eventually regain that status. One of the speakers at a conference I attended recently was a German economist who described the world economy in terms of health. Asia Pacific was in good health. Europe was in the intensive care ward. The US was in the recovery ward. And Australia, he said, "Oh, you're in the hypochondriac ward." He was amazed that everywhere he went in Australia, he was in bad shape. But he said, "You are the envy of the world. You sailed through the GFC and you've not had a recession for 24 years. I believe we live in one of the best countries in the world, and I know the average Australian is more laconic and may not wish to say that they live in the best country in the world, as it might smack of jingoism. I think you live in the best country in the world, and let me tell you what my introduction to Australia was when I first came here. Arriving in Australia, I was bowled over by the warmth and friendliness of the people. Each weekend, we would travel all over Sydney to get a feel of where we'd like to live. Good schools for our children were paramount, and one Saturday afternoon on the North Shore, I happened on a village green where a cricket match was being played, and the players were in their whites, and I thought, how civilized is this? And I engaged them in conversation, and most of the people wanted to adopt us and show us around. And not far from the Oval was a Spanish-style church on the Pacific Highway. And when we arrived, Father Harry Davis welcomed us and said he'd not seen us before, and we told him we'd just arrived from South Africa. And he told his congregation, "Please would you welcome the McRitchie family who've just arrived." A year later, he was still asking the people to welcome our family. It was not hard to choose a suburb to live in. I also discovered that Australia is an egalitarian society where people do not care where you come from, what the colour of your skin is, what religion you practice. But if you're a worthwhile human being, they'll have you as a friend. If you're competent in business, they will deal with you. I discovered that Australia is a compassionate society that has structures in place to care for the disadvantaged. The compassionate side was evidence at the time of the tsunami, where Australia, second only to the United States, in donating charities supporting the displaced societies. Australia has embedded in its society the concepts of fair go, mateship, and never letting down your mates. The only time I think we let down our mates was our treatment of Timor. East Timor supported our diggers fighting the Japanese in World War II by hiding them, feeding them, nursing them, and they paid a terrible price when the Japanese took revenge. 40,000 died. No other country has lost 40,000 people supporting Australia, and that is why we at the Emerge Foundation feel we've got to put something back. We started repaying our debt when General Peter Cosgrove arrived with the Internet Forces in '99 and stopped the massacres, restored law and order. He remains the hero for all Timorese as he provided hope for a peaceful and prosperous democratic future. What an amazing coincidence that the hero of East Timor ended up as the chancellor of this very university that is providing a beacon of light in Timor. As graduates, you have exciting opportunities ahead of you. Many of you teachers, what an admirable, heroic profession. You are able to be one of the most significant influences on the life of a child by nurturing, encouraging, and inspiring them. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. I was educated by the Morris brothers, who were fine teachers and excellent role models. I remember the names of all my teachers. I remember Brother Anthony taking our Year 12 class and reminding us that we were privileged to get a good education and that we would go on to university, and he expected us to put something back into the community. I think about him most days. As your Mkeshla, I'd like to leave you with 6 principles that I believe I have learnt, which will work for you. There's something that's very powerful that resides within you, that can lead to a happy and fulfilled life. We have within us, all of us, a compass or a GPS that guides our decision making. Listen to your GPS and nurture it. You'll be guided by it and you'll become intuitive. The times in my life when the GPS said, turn around where possible, make a U-turn if possible, those are the times I ignored my GPS. Those are the times I got lost and made poor decisions. No one will listen to us until we listen to ourselves. The second principle I learned from my boss, and this can apply to all of you, to be successful in life does not require you to do anything extraordinary. You only have to do the ordinary things extraordinarily well. And I'll add to that the Japanese concept of Kaizen. This is the art of making small improvements in your life each day, and when you look back, you'll see how far you've come. Never stop learning and improving yourself. Never become complacent. Be open to constant change. The third principle that I believe in is treating people the way you'd like to be treated. In your career, if you can put yourself in the shoes of the person you are dealing with, you will always have the correct way to deal with them. The fourth principle is not good news. Unfortunately, life is not fair. You could be doing an excellent job in your career, achieving all your key performance indicators, and suddenly the organization does a restructure and you're made redundant. This may happen many times. As hard as it is, rather see this as a signpost to take a different route. See this as an opportunity. What prevents so many people from seeing the opportunity is that they're angry and resentful. Resentment is like poison in your system. It can destroy you. Instead of sailing off on the yacht of life and enjoying the sun and the wind in your hair, your resentment is an anchor, keeping you back in the harbor. Learn to forgive. If you forgive, you will see opportunity. One of the most powerful tools of life. The fifth point, for some of you who may not have decided what you want to do when you graduate, choose a professional career that you can feel passionate about, because you'll be good at it. It will provide you with satisfaction and fulfillment. Don't make a choice based on money only. Choose a job that you think matters. The sixth and the last point I wish to make is be bold. Have a go. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. In life, you pay a price for doing nothing, and you pay a price for doing something. Helen Keller, the courageous author and activist who was born blind and deaf and overcame many obstacles in her life, wrote, "Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing." Be daring. When you look back on your life, you will regret the things that you did not do more than the ones you did. There is a Zulu proverb, and I'll say it in English for you. A brave person is not one who does not feel afraid, but one who conquers fear. In conclusion, I'd like to leave you with a poem written by Marianne Williamson. Part of it was used by Nelson Mandela in one of his speeches. Listen to the words of this very powerful poem. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure about you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within all of us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates us. Let your light shine, have a wonderful life, make the world a better place, and I leave you with a Zulu phrase of good luck. Hambagashli, salagashli, which means take care. Thank you.
As Vice-Chancellor, it's my pleasant duty on behalf of all of us to thank our occasional speaker, our newest graduate and our honorary doctorate, Dr. Ian McRitchie. You may wonder how universities choose those upon whom they decide to confer honorary degrees. As must be apparent to all of you, we choose them on the basis of physical impressiveness. There are a lot of you, it's a long way to see, and Ian is an absolutely splendid specimen. And in fact, it's remarkable looking back on his career. You would think that as a young man, he played rugby, but he was in fact a male ballerina. So it only shows the extraordinary diversity to which he has gone. Mind you, it's hard to tell the difference between a South African rugby team and a group of dancers. I would say that he has, of course, for the real reason that he's been honoured by the university, does indeed have to do with that astonishing degree of versatility. A man who's been a leader in so many ways, a leader in his home country, a leader in his new country, and a leader in business, and yet who chooses to make an astonishing contribution as a leader in service, as a person who has chosen to devote his life to the service of others, and as someone who's been to Timor-Leste, much as all of you will be enjoying your graduation and taking the benefits of your graduation. It is an astonishing thing to see a person from a background where there has never been education graduate as a teacher in Timor-Leste because of the Emerge Foundation. To see people who have never had nursing receive nursing because of the Emerge Foundation, and to see young boys and girls playing sport that they have never played before because of the Emerge Foundation and because of Ian McRitchie. I thought the only thing that was wrong with his speech was I was sure there was going to be the 7th lesson, which was calculated by reference to his wife, Marion, which was always do what your spouse tells you to do, which I have observed Ian to comply with rigorously over the years. So on behalf of all of you, may I ask you all to congratulate our newest doctor.
Would all the candidates for academic awards please stand? Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit these candidates to the awards for which they are qualified as listed in the program, and I certify to you and to the university that they are entitled to receive those awards.
By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor by the Senate of the University, I now admit you to the awards for which you are listed in the program. Congratulations.
Would the graduates please sit?
The Doctor of Philosophy degree at this university importantly attests excellence in scholarship and is in the established international tradition. A thesis based on the candidate's research and intended as a major contribution to the advancement of knowledge is submitted for consideration by 3 examiners, at least 2 of whom must be external to the university. Award of the degree is decided by the academic board of the university. Brother Richard John Gaffney has successfully completed the degree requirements, including the submission of a thesis entitled English as a Distant Language, an Investigation of Teachers' Understanding. The study was completed under the supervision of Dr. Lorraine MacDonald, formerly of the School of Education, New South Wales, and Professor Maureen Walsh, School of Education, New South Wales. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Richard John Gaffney. Natasha Penelope Wardman has successfully completed the degree requirements, including the submission of a thesis entitled Rule, Rights and Responsibility, Becoming Responsible Students in Upper Primary School Contexts. The study was completed under the supervision of Associate Professor Sue Saltmarsh and Dr. Amy Chapman, both of the School of Education in New South Wales. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Natasha Penelope Wardman.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you for the award of Master of Education, Siobhan Catherine Bagster. Yolanda Tonio D'Onofrio. For the award of Master of Education, Literacy Education, Amelia Gemino. For the award of Master of Education, Mathematics Education, Natalie Buneda. For the award of Master of Educational Studies, Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Marie Teresa Adams. For the award of Master of Religious Education, Franco Bonserio. Carmen Cassar. Catherine Joy Gray. Teresa Larcher. Barbara Joan Long. Michael John Orr. Daniel Allen Petrie. Julie Elizabeth Straub. Suzanne Marie Simons. Renee Louise Taylor. Patricia Pauline Wattam. For the award of Master of Teaching Primary, Linda Faye Banfield. Sarah Bilkich. Trudy Lavina Bowen. Elizabeth Mary Bolgen. Madeline Frances Carrero. Eunice Cho Young. Mele Pei Botany Makisi. Jody Sharp. Kelsey Mari Stevens. Windsor Suen. Kate Frances Zilich. For the awards of Master of Teaching Primary and Graduate Certificate in Religious Education, Leah Kalazis. Tram Ko. Sarah Louise Carey. Carolyn Elizabeth Collins. Melissa Ann Coop. Jacinta Gay Cousins. Alan Gareth Davies. Dean Patricia Jostalenti. Melissa Di Talizzi. Shannon Avery Elson. Alicia Ferguson. Helen Hewin. Ashley Rochelle Kelly. Xinyang Li. Caetano Regis Lima. Siobhan Lyons. Monica Mansour. Claire Elizabeth McCowan. Catherine Elizabeth Mercer. Michelle Moulton. Dina Oshana. Stephanie Papiani. Amy Louise Parsons. Rebecca Helen Purcell. Julianne Rashid. Sandra Simos. Karina Marie Stambulia. Nicholas Peter Stevens. Caitlin Louise Fark. Ashley Patricia Thomas. Jessica Ann Tidyman. Melissa Zlatarich. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Career Development, Clinton Gonzalo Barra. Rosemary Vucic. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, TESOL, Emily Margaret Eklund. For the awards of Graduate Diploma in Education Secondary and Graduate Certificate in Religious Education, Lucille Sue McGrath. For the award of Graduate Certificate in Religious Education, Victoria Gallagher. Annette Therese Jansen. Natalie Malene Nalbandian. Angelina Pantaleo. For the award of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood and Primary, and the 2013 Faculty of Education Medal, Sarah Louise Hayes. For the award of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood and Primary, Crystal Adamu. Anne-Louise Andruskin. Melissa Ann Attard. Emma Louise Barakat. Carly Ann Baxter. Rachel Cherie Bayliss. Carly Bell. Laura Bentley. Amy Kate Bodekar. Simone Isabel Bosch. Sarah Boudib. Zainab Busi. Lisa Bowmaker. Jessica Caitlin Brooks. Laura Campagna. Mark Thomas Chalona. Susanna Chidiak. Daniela Christodoulou. Stephanie Chung. Aliza Chelinsky. Melissa Clark. Jessica Lee Clark. Marissa Castarella. Sophia Danas. Kylie Louise de Nobrega. Jacinta Maria Pia de Bartolo. Natalie Di Matteo. Nico David Di Masangal. Claire Patricia Agnes Dowd. Angela Eccleston. Christine Elilu. Nadine El Husni. Rita Germanos. Jessica Grimmer. Mubarak Herat. Jessica Hall. Adriana Hantes. Samantha Harb. Myrna Hassan. Amanda Isa. Fiona Louise Jones. Manel Kassem. Shabnum Khan. Bianca Kuri. Michelle Soyeon Kim. Katie Marie Knight. Andrew Peter Lehman. Mara Leantonio. Jason Law. Jacqueline Mack. Anna Marie Marks. Laura Jane Marland. Jocelyn Marta. Khan Nguyen. Jessica Lee O'Brien. Helen Ofanos. Ashley Lee Page. Cleopatra Panagiotopoulos. Nicole Panto. Mona Lisa Parker. Fiona Elizabeth Paul. Eleni Paxos. Laura Poole. Malia Finone Puna. Jessica Reed Smith. Mia Estrella Rivero. Marcel Celestine Riviere. Sally Jane Rogers. Connie Say-Sanas. Charlene Saliba. Yana Maria Santoro. Simon Shukluna. Kyriaki Karian Simeonides. Katika Sopcich. Michael Scott Steed. Holly Strohmeyer. Sarah Belinda Stewick. Danielle Tayuk. Christina Theodosiou. Kate Elizabeth Tonks. Sarah Toomer. Kristen Leah Turlings. Natasha Vassallo. Ashley White. Maria May Yung Wong. Christina Yorkas. Young Jun Yoon. Kelly Elise Young. For the award of Bachelor of Education Primary, Danielle Adenor. Chris Ann Marjorie Abela. Nicole Alberto. Liam Michael Adams. Victor Aguilera. Jamal Rita Al-Chului. Lenel Aliman Gohan. Rachel Marie Allen. Carly Justine Anderson. Laura Andracchio. Renee Andrews. Elise Marie Antonelli. Renee Kathleen Asanitis. Leona Axiak. Chantal Azar. Vanessa Azopadi. Cassandra Mari Barry. Ashley Jane Ben. Angela Christina Becchiaris. Maya Bergerman. Angela Blakos. Nicole Bonino. Charlene Bow-Risk. Elias Bustani. Melissa Ann Bowden. Michelle Evelyn Boyd. Michelle Murray Bray. Claudine Brenack. Ashley Violet Brown. Jessica Louise Brown. Patricia Boog. Michaela Claire Butters. Laura Carl. Benjamin Antonio Calderon. Angela Camilleri. Luke Campbell. Ashley Elizabeth Chisholm. Talia Victoria Coluccio. Justine Elizabeth Collier. Megan Connolly. Adam Cosgrove. Lauren Curtin. Stacey Ann Cutbush. Natasha Daviscus. Sarah Ann DeBrinken. Claire Ellen Devine. Laura Danuth. Elise Leslie Duggan. Amy Alexandra Dwyer. Frances Mary Eisenhuth. Sally Alacy. Elmarie Farrington. Natasha Federer. Heather Fillery. Emma Fitzgerald. Melissa Kate Flanagan. Linda Forbes. Gemma Patricia Foskey. Matthew Gorchi. Renee Marie Jabrail. Anthea Catherine Gerakitis. Rebecca Germanos. Era Louise Gemelli. Sarah Gray Parkinson. Joanna Haddad. Krista Della Haley. Danielle Hadjanakatis. Sarah Ann Harrison. Emma Grace Havenstein. Juliet Iakonos. Matthew John Innes. Kieran Irons. Natalie Louise Irvine. Sarah Issa. Diana Jabadzic. Ashley Simeon Johnson. Monica Mary Johnston. Lauren Amy Jordan. Natalie Kerris. Gemma Catherine Kenny. Hannah Lee Khalife. Julia Coolry. Monica Kirolis. Stephen Krantiotis. Hai Yong Lee. Kira Locascio. Giuliano Lorello. Clarice Matuk. Jessica McAllister. Jessica Patricia Macaron. Annie McKenzie. Mary Malkoon. Kayla Mangion. Anna Mangraviti. Sanya Madjanovic. Rory John McCaffrey. Laura Jane McCall. Paige Victoria McCarry. Megan McDowell. Rana Ashley Meldrum. Julie Norma Miller. Helen Mary Mertzai. Scott Mortimer. Felicia Namrud. Jessica Nesso. Wendy New Teo Nguyen. Elisa Marie Honorato. Talia O'Rourke. Stephanie Pachaleo. Monique Panetta. Angela Papadum. Rachel Parmentier. Jermaine Perez. Andrew John Paracelli. Caitlin Emma Phillips. Sarah Catherine Phillips. Leanne Plasto. Naomi Price. Melissa Rahal. Hannah Michelle Randall. Alicia Ray. Cassandra Regato. Samantha Beatrice Roth. Brigitte Rubino. Shannon Rumble. Matthew Richard Rosso. Tara Lillian Ryan. Grace Reinhardt. Olivia Schofield. David Andrew Shaw. Amy Rose Shelton. Emily Sinclair. Ashley Catherine Small. Amy Sadie Stanton. Melissa Staunton. Alexandra Beth Such. Christina Talon. Lauren Tyler. Lisa Wabakayashi. Jade Webb. Jade Amber Weston. Gabrielle Francis Whitney. Riani Kosaba Yukana. For the award of Bachelor of Education Primary Indigenous Studies, Anna Louise Chapman. Joshua Charles Mora. Michelle Lorraine Moylan. For the award of Bachelor of Educational Studies, Yorg Musa Tapia. Jenny Leanne Poos. For the award of Bachelor of Inclusive Education and Disability Studies, Sarah Barton. Hayley Brooks. Sarah Marie Bukafuri. Aurora DeWay. Gabrielle Fahim. Sean David Fidel. Jessica Felicity. Brittany Gill. Benjamin Dominic Green. Mark Jared Harris. Nicholas Joseph Kelly. James Wee Mail. Tani McHutchison. Tegan Elizabeth Palmer. Fiona Pollock. Tracy Lee Scutts. Tamara Spence. Melanie Ann Takos. Catherine Michelle Wise-Mantle. Cassandra Wotherspoon. For the award of Bachelor of Teaching Early Childhood, Yun Lee. Tibao Chachanjil Nguyen. Vice-Chancellor, I now ask you to admit to the awards for which they are qualified those candidates whose names are listed in the program but who are unable to be present.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate of the University as Vice-Chancellor, I now admit to the degrees for which they are listed in the program all those who are qualified but who are not present. It now falls to me to say a few remarks as Vice-Chancellor. One of the great things of being the Supreme Commander of a university with 27,000 students is that I can speak for as long as I like. But I promise not to go for more than 45 minutes. In actual fact, we've had such a good occasional address by our honorary doctorate, I will be, I think, supremely brief. It's a wonderful night. One might say that there is a certain humour in having a graduation at Luna Park, but Luna Park is a place for jollity and humour and enjoyment, and I think this has been a night for jollity, humour and enjoyment for all of us, except perhaps for me, shaking 330 hands. That's actually not the worst of it. I actually have a phobia of being photographed. And my wife always jokes and says, do you have any idea how many photographs there must be of you in how many houses? And depending on people's sense of humour, what they do in front of those photographs. Now, my wife also hates having any attention drawn to her, so I will not say that Anne is the lady in blue sitting in the front row. And she shall pass unnoticed on that basis. It's always an interesting night on graduation as people come up. One of the things we have bets on is as the stairs get steeper and the heels get higher whenever anyone will fall over. I can tell you in 6 years that has only happened once, and it didn't happen when someone fell down the stairs. They took a right turn 6 feet away from the stairs and hurled themselves down, and it was fairly spectacular, but no damage was done, except to my nerves. Can I say to all of you, congratulations on having graduated. This is a night that you will remember for all your lives. In this Faculty of Education, I'd say to you that the words of Dr. McRitchie really are things that you should remember. That there's nothing worth doing in your life unless it's actually worth doing, and there's nothing worth doing unless you actually enjoy it. And you've gone to a university of service, and you're going into a profession of service. And it means that your life is going to be different to mine. I was actually trained as a constitutional lawyer, of all things. I am by definition useless. You will lead lives much less well paid than mine, but your lives will mean something. And I hope that you take from what Dr. McRitchie said, that indeed the only lives worth having are in fact lives that you're going to look forward to and look during and look back on, and be able to say that they were lives of meaning. And I think as teachers, that's something that you are going to have, because your product, the thing that you send forth into the world, are going to be generations of people who have the opportunities that people like Dr. McRitchie and the Emerge Foundation and this university work so hard to give to people in places like Timor-Leste, and which are so very, very hard to obtain there. So I congratulate all of you upon your graduation, and I would now like to call upon our student speaker to address us on this night.
Good evening. Vice-Chancellor Professor Greg Craven, Presenting Officer Professor Margot Hillel, Members of the Senate, the Australian Catholic University, Chief Operating Office and Deputy Vice-Chancellor Administration Dr Stephen Weller, Associate Vice-Chancellor Sydney Professor Maria Nicholson. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, it is an absolute honour and a privilege to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of all my fellow graduates. I've spent a great deal of time deliberating over what I wanted to say tonight. I think I speak for the entire cohort of education graduates in saying that today is truly an occasion of mixed emotions. There will be some who are perhaps a little sad that their tertiary studies have come to what is at least a temporary end, and there will be others who couldn't be happier about the fact that they are now qualified teachers. If I'm honest, I find myself somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. All graduates and myself stand proudly before you as we prepare to take the next step in our professional lives. I am very proud to say that as a mature age student, I have fulfilled my lifelong dream to become a qualified primary school teacher, and I urge people to pursue their dreams as age is no barrier. I am confident that many of the graduates will remember those first few days of class with vivid memories. Amidst getting to know each other and familiarising ourselves with the campus, we spent some time early on in class sharing why we wish to become teachers. Overwhelmingly, those answers reflected a desire to make a genuine difference in the lives of young people. In almost every case, this was a direct result of each of us being lucky enough to have had one or more of those special teachers whose impact on our lives was so profound that we decided to follow in their footsteps. Irrespective of our preferred subjects, cultural backgrounds or beliefs, we shared a common inspiration: the chance to one day be that special teacher and to make a difference. I was very fortunate to complete a practicum in a Catholic primary school teaching Year 6, the seniors of the school. I found it quite challenging initially, but by the end of my 4-week block, the students and I had developed a strong relationship. I left the school with a great sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. The children held a party for me and presented me with a bouquet of flowers, and I was very touched. I think it is fair to say this group of graduates that stand before you today have some difficult challenges ahead of them. At this point, we know not every day will be easy. It is likely there will be students in your classes that are very challenging. There will be days where your trusty repertoire of classroom strategies fails to produce the desired result. I can almost guarantee that the school's photocopier will wildly malfunction at the most inconvenient of times. In spite of all this, we persist, and for a very good reason. For me, that reason is to make learning infectious, to make one idea spark another and another. This might not be something you achieve in every student's mind every time you teach, but as one of those special teachers will tell you, when you get it right, there is no other feeling like it. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the teaching staff at ACU. Many of the lecturers and tutors I was privileged to learn from have provided outstanding levels of support, wisdom and encouragement over the last 4 years. The opportunity to be part of those classes was as much an exercise in observing high-quality teaching practice as it was exploring the unit content. I know that those same dedicated individuals will continue to offer guidance and advice beyond graduation as our relationship progresses towards that of professional colleagues. These people have worked tirelessly over the last 4 years to collectively prepare us for the years ahead. These people are a large part of the reason that ACU commands a reputation as one of the leading institutions for those wishing to pursue a career in education. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all our families and friends for the continuous support and guidance they have given us for the duration of our study, and which will carry on into the future ahead. I would personally like to thank my husband and my 4 gorgeous children for their utmost support, love, patience, and help to persevere in the most difficult times throughout my studies. If I, in my limited experience of teaching thus far, could offer one piece of advice to my fellow graduates today, it is this: care about what you do as a teacher. The best teachers that I have ever had, the reason I am standing here before you today, clearly cared about what they were doing. A teacher who cares never stops learning. They will inspire their students to achieve their full potential and will produce students who care. I would like to take this final opportunity to wish the entire graduating body every success in their future endeavours, as teachers or otherwise. I hope, like me, you feel proud to be an ACU graduate and that you will always be an ambassador for ACU. I'd just like to leave you with an inspirational quote. "If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it." Thank you.
And now for the blessing. May the peace of the Christ rule in your hearts, and may the work you have begun, and that is recognized here today, enable you to contribute to the well-being of the people entrusted to your care. And may Almighty God bless us all, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that completes the formal part of this graduation ceremony at Australian Catholic University. On behalf of the Vice-Chancellor, I now invite you to join the members of the University for refreshments in the Lavender Green. The academic procession, which will be led by the Vice-Chancellor and joined by the graduates, will now retire. Please stand and remain standing until the procession has left. You may then follow and make your way out of the big top, following the graduation ushers to the Lavender Green.